What is up, YouTube? What's going on? We're back with another stream. Going live on WAP.com right now. What is up, everybody? Hope you all are doing well today on this Wednesday, March 25th of 2026. We are back. We're back with another live stream in the TSD live stream over on Top Sports Debate over on WAP.com. And I'm also live on my YouTube channel at Bet at Your Own Risk. That is at Bet at Your Own Risk. Just getting ready to hop right into the slate here today. If you're over on YouTube, be sure to search up Top Sports Debate over on WAP.com and join us. Let's get it. What's going on, Obi? What's going on? Hope you're doing well today. I don't think it will let me put the it won't let me put the link here specifically. You would have to pretty much search for it in the NBA slips once I post them. So let's dive into it. I had another good night, back-to-back night last night. As far as my picks are concerned, still kind of went light. I put a couple of parlays out there, but as far as like single bet stuff, really did well enough. And now the focus is to hopefully go 3 straight days of a winning, having a winning NBA, and just enjoying the slate in general, because there's so many games today. There's 12 games today. So I'm really looking forward to the slate tonight. I'm going to try, if I can stay awake, I'm going to try to watch, probably more than likely, for sure, because my Oklahoma City Thunder were on the road against the Celtics, so I'm going to try to watch that. But I'm probably end up trying to watch the Detroit game against Atlanta, probably more than likely. Embiid is questionable for today. He possible slated potential to come back today. Anybody else for Philly here? Also, too, I'm using Prop Finder as well. So because again, as I've been mentioning more recently, Prop Finder gives out a bit more key information on player prop data. So, before I even move forward, because I have to pull up Moneyballer over on, just for those who are on YouTube, for whatever info I might be looking at. But let's dive into, let's see what we can find today. Today would be a possible potential good day to do a community parlay, but kind of enjoyed taking a little bit of a break over the weekend and pretty much yesterday, because again, it was only 4 games yesterday. So today could be potential for a community parlay night. But we'll see. I already have a few picks that I really loved. These 3 specifically, I parlayed them on a slip. I took their points specifically. And McCain is he has plus EV, so he's my plus EV prop for today for his points tonight. Literally I just need 8 points from him tonight on the road against the Celtics. But I do like all 3 their PRA, their wherever they're sitting at, right? And like I said, McCain specifically, his points. But I did take all 3 of them. I took their points and parlayed that. I took Collins and Wiggins at 15, McCain at 10. I took McCain at 15 points. It was originally a plus 800 on FanDuel, and I parlayed that with Wiggins. His was a plus 160, if I remember correctly, something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game, I believe. Personally, just believe it's gonna be. I honestly, really, just believe that this Wednesday is gonna be. Tonight's gonna be a good night. I know it's MLB opening night, but it's only 1 game. I'll try to focus on some picks, but I'm gonna go light on MLB for roughly about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, because there's really not too much that you can garner. So many players have been traded or signed to new teams, so pitchers included. So it's gonna take a bit of a time to really gauge what you can find. So we'll focus on MLB when it's really time. So if anything, I'll just be doing probably like some total base stuff, hits plus runs plus RBI stuff. But that's pretty much, I mean, that's the basis of most of my picks anyway. I really don't do home run slips. If I do, it's more than likely going to be like single bets or two legs at minimum. And of course I'll still be doing team props, so be on the lookout. Let's see. Chet is actually looking good. Let me see. Last 5 per the PRA. They're actually shutting the center down. So the question becomes, can Chet go out here and get 25 PRA? That is the question here. Head to head, he's 1-1. He's 0-1 on the season against them. He was a rebound and an assist or a bucket off from getting the 25 here earlier this month. We were at home. So the question becomes, can he bounce back and flip that, right? Now, of course, you got to look at the actual day. It's a Wednesday. What is Chet doing? He's 50-50 basically in the last 10 games, averaging 25 on the nose. Now let's look at him specifically on the road. What is he doing? He's averaging 26. So like, it's looking better for him on the road. A bit more, well, just in general, he's doing his job. On the road is still looking good. And then Wednesday's on the road. Again, this is data from this year and last year, but then we actually tie into this season. He's actually 1-3, only averaging 23 in the last 4 Wednesdays on the road. So definitely not looking good. So if you look at the data and you say, oh, you know what? Well, he's actually going under on Wednesdays, even though he's been going up. And on top of that, he's under against Boston. Excuse me. Let me switch that up. He's under against Boston on the season. Maybe he goes under again tonight, maybe. So maybe you would flip it, taking him for the under, which will be what? It's pretty much literally just a point slight lean to the under. So minus 110, maybe he does. Maybe he does go under. Maybe, because again, they're guarding the position really well to stop him from getting the PRA. So maybe. I think the last game I missed out on CJ because I glanced at him 2 days ago, but I didn't take him. So do you consider looking CJ's way? Now, per the data, it looks like they're actually guarding the position really well, right? But they're allowing 38 to the position on the season. Still 38 in the last 5. 32 in the last 10. So right in the middle, he's averaging 26. You need 25. It's an even spot for him to go either way. Head to head, he's 2-3. Sheesh, dude. He loves playing against Detroit. Look at that. Back-to-back 52. Back-to-back. But again, this was last year. Let's see. D-Mackey, yo, what's going on, Lando? What's going on, dude? Hope you're doing well. Look on Wednesdays. Look at more specifically everything. Hope you're doing well. Look at more specifically on the last 3 Wednesdays. All of them well above the 26. So maybe, again, 2 of those days he had 30 plus. So his 30 plus is 218. They're allowing 38 to the position. Maybe he does hit another 30 because again, he's on the day. He loves playing again. He loves playing on a Wednesday, right? Just on the season more, just literally. He's 2-0 in the month, 28-31. So he's on the road, still 3-2. He's averaging 26. You need 25. So again, maybe he does go out here and get the 26. I mean, again, Lando, again, he loves playing against y'all. But again, this was last year. This wasn't when he was playing with Atlanta. So, he's averaging 39. So just consider, and then just in general, look at the last 10. Look at what he, again, this is what I talk about. When you see the player and their data is pinpointing at a specific spot, you push for those spots. So again, you could take the regular line of 25, bump it up to 26, 27, 28 type of thing, because he's literally hitting 26 or higher most of the time. So again, on a Wednesday on the road, in 3 straight, he's hit 28 or higher. So again, Detroit is allowing 38 to the position in the last 5. Let's actually look at the actual players that they played against. Let's see, Luka, and I think that's probably the other reason why, because Luka, Bub Carrington randomly at a 36 on the 17th. Porzingis was just off, so Carrington's 1-on-1 against them, so he can at least get 20. He can at least hit 20 against Detroit. Spencer had 26 here. They shut down quickly here, so that's an interesting spot to consider. You're looking at the ball dominant players on the list. They shut down Grimes, so now you have to consider to say, okay, since they're shutting down Castle, Harden got his, Schroeder got his. Again, we're talking about the mark, which is 25. Suggs had 21. So a lot of the players that they're facing off against are at least for the most part hitting 20, but some of those starters have gone under the 20. So you gotta really make the decision. Do you consider taking CJ for this 25 alone, just on the basis of he could potentially still go well above and hit 28 or higher, 26 or higher, or at plus value? Or do you look somewhere else? Because again, 60%, because this is what Prop Finder gives you data per what they're actually doing the best. And look at this. Out of everything that you see on the list up top here, his assists are hitting better. Let's look at his assists. His assists are super low at 4. He's averaging 5. And in the last 5, he's averaging almost 7. On the season, he's averaging 5. So let's look at him on the day. Oh, I apologize. This is the day and the way. So this is what he's doing on the day. On the season, on the road, he's averaging 5. But in the last 5 Wednesdays on the road, he's averaging almost 7. But let's actually look at the real deal, which is the last 10. He's averaging 5, 4.9, 5.2. So he's still potential. And then they're allowing 7 to the position in the last 5 games. Let's look at see what they're doing down below. Again, if you're considering bumping them up to not 4, again, you more than likely would have to bump them up to 5 for the plus value. So Luka had 6. Pozinski, they shut him down to 3. Bud had 4. He was 2 off. Cooper, same game. He had 6. Quickly had 7. Spencer had 5. So a lot of the point guards are pushing towards the number. Most of them are getting 5, at least landing on 5. Most of them were just below. So he has potential to either get 5 at minimum, and then of course you would say maybe 6 to 7. I would give him between 5 and 7 assists tonight, just being generous. He's 2-1. I apologize, 3-0 against Detroit. But again, this was last year's numbers. So do with this information what you will. Just in general, on a Wednesday, this is what he's doing. 6. So I like the assists much more than the PRA, just in case he gets shut down tonight on his points and his rebounds, but he's still at least to get the passes off. The only other question that you have to wonder is what you call it, because I think he's still questionable. Is Jalen Johnson playing tonight? He's still Q-tagged. So I think he was Q-tagged last night. I'm over on Outlier. For those of you over on WAP, can't see this, but those of you on YouTube, you can. He was Q-tagged on the 23rd. So I honestly, I feel like he would play tonight, because again, this is 48 hours later. So if he does play, let's go back to CJ, because I got to also break down. Where are you at here, dude? Again, per the filter, similar pace. with the assists, he's averaging 4, but in the last 5 he's averaging just under 5. But if you break down just with him with the starters, now it looks a little bit more interesting. So that's why I say maybe you just take him at 5. Plus 145 on DraftKings, if it's still the number. Because again, this could be data from 2-3 hours ago. And you see what potentially would happen. If you take him at 6, I would say stop there. But definitely take him at the 5. So I like him for 5 assists tonight. I'm gonna cue that up. Let me take the assist off for the 4, and then we move forward. Now, like I said, Embiid is questionable tonight. What did you want me to repeat, Obi? Embiid may play tonight. I think he was Q-tag. When was he Q-tag? Was it yesterday? He was 23rd. So he's potentially play tonight. If he plays, because honestly, I really don't know. I considered even possibly, because Moneyballer, and you can see this on YouTube here. Moneyballer for this specific game, when it's pertaining to just the spread alone, Chicago's in the spot to potentially cover tonight. Here's why. Look at what the 76ers are doing first half: 42, 28, and 2, 12 and 8 and 1 to covering the first half spread as home favorites. But Chicago specifically in the spot that they're in as away underdogs. They're 14 and 8 in the last 22 away games. So the push would be more for you to take Chicago to cover the first half spread. So if Embiid doesn't play, it would be more of a push for sure for Chicago to cover the first half spread, because they're actually 7 and 3 to cover in the full game spread in the last 10. So you have a potential for a Chicago look. You have potential for, you know what I mean? Looking at Giddey last game, he went well above his mark with the points and rebounds, if I remember. I thought he did. I thought he did better. Was it the game before? I can't remember specifically. Let me just double check. Okay, looks like he went under. That's because they're giving him 27. I believe it was lower. So they're allowing 42 on the season to the position. They're allowing 47 to the position. Paul George is still questionable. That's the only thing that you like. I think he popped up as questionable. So if he does play, it's going to be limited minutes. I would not take him. Like, really, just being honest, I wouldn't take your boy. Maybe assists. Maybe you take him on assists. We'll see. We'll see about McCain. I like his points. That's why I took him for 8, 10, 12, and 15 tonight. Head to head, he's averaging 9, but on the season he's 2-0 with 10 assists or higher. Technically at the number 11 or higher. They're allowing 9 to the position in the last 5, 10 in the last 10. Let's see. But remember, you got to look at the list to see what point guards are actually potentially doing in and around what Giddey does, because Giddey's a different breed compared to a lot of the point guards that you see on this list. Outside of Goatbrook, aka Westbrook, SGA sometimes can push for 10, but he's usually under. He's usually in and around 7 or a little lower. Denny randomly had 9 here. Denny had that he had that big 10 plus assist night like 2 nights ago. Some random stuff. Poor K, but he had 13. So now let me go back to his where the heck am I looking at? Actually, let me fix that. So rebounds and assists even looks good. It's 8, it's 19. They are allowing 18 to the position in the last 5. You need 19. Anytime he gets it, when he gets it, it's definitely plus value. So, what is he doing on a Wednesday? He's 2-3 on the season. Toronto shut him down here. 3-3 on the season, averaging 16. And then he's 0-2 on the season on a Wednesday. But this was what, November and January. So maybe, who knows? Do you look towards Matas for 27 PRA? They're allowing 37 on the season, but they're only allowing 29 on the last 5. He's 4-1 in the last 5, averaging 28. Okay, 3 straight Wednesdays he's had 28, 27, and 27. Fascinating. Let me see. 3-2 on Wednesdays on the road. But he has no data in the month on a Wednesday. That's the only thing. So this is his first Wednesday on the road. So just look at him on the road just in general. 5 straight road most of them 30 or higher in the last 5-0. Averaging 34. Missed opportunity on mine. I wish I would have been paying attention to you a bit more, dude. So what is it for? It doesn't say. So I'm going to guess and say that his PRA is going to be, for plus value, would be 20. Excuse me, not 20. It'll be +1. Let me go on Fanatics. It's more than likely on Fanatics. Come on, Fanatics, load up. Come on, come on. NBA, Chicago, combo. Oh wow, they don't have it up. He's playing today, right? He is playing. He has no props on Fanatics. What about DraftKings? Because he's not questionable, so I kind of find it strange that he's not showing up on Fanatics. He is a key player on the squad. Going to DraftKings. Possible, potentially, more than likely on DraftKings. Whoops. Oops. So DraftKings combos. Where is this dude at? Why isn't it? See, this is what I be talking about with some of these sports books, dog. They realize something. They hold out on some players, and then the player goes out there and gets this stuff. He gets it done. It probably goes much higher. So I'm gonna wait and see maybe a few hours later and try to see, because if they give him props, I'm more than likely, because I like his PRA, I'm more than likely going to bump him up to a 28 or something like that, because he, as far as I know, he's not injured. Colin had 31 PRA last game. He was one of the looks from 2 nights ago that I had, that he got the job done. Excuse me. He's 1-1 on the season against Philly. But again, this data was when he was playing with Charlotte. Let's see. They're allowing 32 to the position. You need 20. Oh, excuse me. So since you need 20, what is he doing on a Wednesday? Oh, he's down. 3-2 to the under. Only averaging 18. Him on the road. Oh, he's 4 straight under on the road on a Wednesday. Averaging just 16. But But this is more so on the season, should I say? He's averaging 14 on the season on a Wednesday on the road. So this is not a good look, but still they're allowing so much to the position more recently. So Williams had 28 in his return for my Thunder. Bailey had 36. DeRozan had 21. Johnson had 21. I'm still considering Kamara. I'm gonna look at him in a second again. Like his data is like there, but it's like sort of kind of not type of thing. See, Duncan at 20. So in the month, like the players who are actually doing stuff, they're for the most part, most of them are doing the job. At least most of them. So maybe he flips, maybe he bounces back and he flips and he does what he did this from the season prior. So maybe he actually flips it. He had 19 in the last Wednesday on the road, so it was right there, just hooked. So maybe he finally gets the job done tonight. We'll see. I do like it. Okay. That's that one. The question I have, I need to know if, because Siakam is playing, are they officially gonna play tonight? Because remember in the last stream from 2 nights ago, I did mention live here that I was gonna take the Pacers to cover the spread last game against Orlando, and I forgot. I ended up falling asleep, and then when I woke up and seen that they won and covered, I was like, dag, missed opportunity. So the question becomes, could the Pacers cover tonight against the Lakers? The only thing is, at LA, they've only covered one game. I apologize. I'm thinking of wrong. I'm thinking of a different game. So per the spread is 10.5. They've covered 1, 2, 3. They're 3-1 to covering against the Lakers. I was thinking about a different game. Another team was covering 1 and 2 on the road. But like the Pacers don't cover a first half, but they're as home underdogs. They're 16-12 to covering a full game spread. But the Lakers are 12-8 as away favorites to covering in the last 22. So but again in the last 28, Pacers are 16-12. So I'm just wondering if I want to take the Pacers tonight because I missed last night. Can CJ, because he had his head-to-head against them was trash. 0-3 against the Lakers. Is that on the general on the season too? 0-1. Okay, he hooked here, so that's not too bad. Him coming off the bench, they're allowing 43 to the position, so he technically has breathing room to do something. I always more so look at his assists more than anything. Look how beautiful this has been. Even more recently, he had 3 straight games of 10, and then he went under, but he still got 6 or higher. They're allowing 7 to the position in the last 5, but they are kind of guarding the position. But let me see what he's doing on a Wednesday. 3-2, averaging 6. On the season, though, he's 7-2. He's averaging almost 7 in general on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday at home, on the season, he's 6-0 at home on a Wednesday, averaging 7. Maybe I bump him up to 7. Now, it's plus value for him to get 6 at a plus 130, so I'd obviously want to take that as a straight bet. So I'm already liking him for 6 assists tonight. So I'm going to take him for the 6, and I'm probably going to bump him up to 7 to see if he gets the 7. He did get 7 3 times. He had 8 and then 10. So anytime he got it, he went even above the 7. So if I took him for 8, it would be a plus 4 408 on DraftKings. So just kind of give you an idea. Plus 130s, remember, plus 130s do hit. Just got to make sure you're in the right spot. TJ is technically in the right spot currently. It's just that he has to figure out how to facilitate the ball to his teammates against the Lakers, because he is 0-3 against them. He was 2 off here in this month on the 6 out of LA. Because a lot of people are pinpointing, from what I've seen, not a lot of people, but some people are pinpointing Lakers to beating the Pacers tonight, possibly potentially covering that spread. So I personally I do like CJ for his passing and even in the spot. Now Pascal, he had 37 points. He went out there and got buckets against the Magic. Can he get 22 points tonight against the Lakers? They're guarding the position, only allowing 17. But in the head-to-head, he's 2-1. He had 26 in that game against the Lakers on the 6th of this month. What's he doing on a Wednesday? He loves playing on a Wednesday. He's averaging 24. And again, this is on the season, basically. Last 5 Wednesdays, 4-1, averaging 27. And then Wednesdays at home, he's averaging 22, 4-1 on a Wednesday. He only had the one down against the Bulls at home on the 28th of January, but he's averaging almost 24 to the spot. So look at that, 5-1, averaging 23 on Wednesdays at home. Literally on the only spot. Does he bounce back? Does he get 21 or higher? Does he? Because again, he's usually hitting 22 or higher. Let me look at this here. Who did they stop from getting points? They stopped Bonchero. Harris is sometime you can't really say that he would consistently score 20 points. They shut KD down back-to-back times. But Gordon randomly had 27. His was 17. Randall sometime. And again, like I said, Pascal had 26 here against them. Zion had 24. So just in the month in general, they've shut down some top players who get buckets. But see, again, Siakam's not one of them. So Siakam may potentially have the Lakers number on the season just because of what he did here on the 26th. I'm going to queue it up because I might end up taking that as a straight bet from him just to get 22. Because he just might go out there and get it. Because that's the thing about Siakam. If you're really paying attention to a lot of his games, like he'll struggle to score the first half, and then mid to late third quarters when he'll finally go out there and get buckets and stuff like that. And then by the end of the game, he's like sitting on 24, 25 points and stuff. It's just like, man. Let's see. So AJ automatically is a look. He just has been, as you see, he's been getting buckets, getting the rebounds, passing, or whatever he's doing, need to do for the squad. They're allowing 50, almost 52 to the position in the last several games. His is 18. 19 at plus value. When he gets it, he's getting 20 or higher. Averaging almost 21 in the last 5. He's 1-0 against them on the 12th. He had 25. On a Wednesday, 4-1 in the last 5 Wednesdays, averaging 21. Just in general on the season, averaging 22. And then Wednesdays on the road, he's averaging 15 though, but he had 3 straight 19 or higher. So I do like this spot here. Well, even more so because he's technically 3-0 on the season, averaging 23, almost 24 on the road. Let me see. Let's see. Ayo balled out on the 22nd. 31. Look at them getting choice. So that it's proving, even some of the names on here that aren't really tied to anything, they're still going out there getting 20 plus. Now they shut Grayson Allen down here, but Booker had 49 in the same game. Again, he had 25. D-Mac, you say you took Siakam, Trey Jones, McCain, Holland, Cam Johnson. Okay. Nice. This is D-Mackey over on YouTube. Let me see. Fox had 37. They shut. Well, Harper got his, but we're talking about the actual 20 or 19. He took him for points. Nice. Kobe White. Cooper Flag 30. So I like it. I like this one. I do like it. I like his PRA. I feel like he can do it again. Like I mentioned, I got McCain down. So the question becomes, can Hartenstein do it again? Remember the last stream I took him for rebounds and assists? He went out there and got it done, finishing with 17. Because I kind of figured he wasn't going to have 30. Excuse me. I definitely felt like he was going to go 15 or higher, and he had 17. Now they're allowing 14. You need, again, he's still at the same spot from back-to-back games at 11.5. Maybe he's been sitting on 11.5 for the past 4 or 5 games, but he's still sitting at 12. Rebounds and assists is a plus 105. And again, the only reason why they're really doing this for some of the players on my squad is because they're playing against Boston at Boston. So him on Wednesday, though, he's going under. He's 1-5 on the season, averaging 10. Well, technically on the full scope of the season on the Wednesday, he's averaging 11. He only hit it twice. That was on the front end on the season. On the back end, and he's 0-1 in the month. He had 7 here against New York. Let's see. And on the season, on a Wednesday, on the road, he's 1-2, averaging 10. So maybe tonight's the night that he doesn't get it. Let me see. Pritchard, maybe. He's 3-2 in the last 5. You need 23. 37, 41 in the last 5. That could be due to, let me see. That's why, because VJ at 45 here, Kubale 29, Traore 22. So a lot of players that they're facing off against are getting the job done. So I kind of figure Pritchard could potentially still go out here and get 23 or a little higher. Because again, we're allowing 41 to the position in the last 5. Wednesdays, 24. For the most part, he's going above the 24. 23, he's getting 24 or higher. A lot of times 26 or higher. That's on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday on the season, he's averaging 24, I think. Looks like, I can't really see if it's a point. That green is in the way. I don't know if it's 24 or it might be 24. Okay, so 24 in the last 10 Wednesdays at home. Okay, 23 points, so 24. But in the last 5 Wednesdays on at home, averaging 21. It's 3-2. But if you believe in trends, he's in the spot to potentially go under, though. He got it here, didn't get it, got it here, didn't get it, got it here. So potential for him to go under because of a possible trend. I don't believe in the trend because I'm just like, hey, per the data in front of me, I'm like, hey, like, you know, your boy should be, he's in the perfect spot to get the 23 because they're allowing so much to the position anyway. So kind of just want to put that out there. I'm going to cue it up because I actually like it. Just not sure about Jason. What about Jay? Because didn't Jalen go off the last game? Didn't he have like... He had 40. He had 29. Okay. I was sitting back like, didn't he like score buckets the last game? He's had 4 straight 40 PRAs or higher. 4 straight. This dude. Same thing, 42, 38. Okay, back-to-back Wednesdays, he had 38 or higher. He had 43 against the Golden State Warriors at home. Just in general in the season, he's averaging 39, 7-4 in the last 12 Wednesdays. And then Wednesdays at home, he's averaging 39 on the season. Again, back-to-back. But 3-2 in the last 5, averaging 38. So let me see. Okay, Wednesdays at home with starters, he's 1-2. Or excuse me, 1-0. Apologies, but 1-2 in general. It's including last year. But he's 1-0. He had 43 here. So maybe he doesn't get 40 plus, but maybe he still gets 38. Maybe he gets like 39, maybe, but it just depends. But you got to figure a lot of the players on here, they're not doing what Jaylen Brown does. They shut Ant down. So that's the thing. They haven't seen anybody outside of Ant. That's the only other thing. So Ant is the only one that they shut down. That's, like I said, that's actually going out grabbing rebounds, scoring buckets, passing the ball. So Jaylen is still in a potential spot to potentially have his 5th straight game of potential, again, possible 40 or higher, or in and around 38 or higher. Maybe under 40, maybe 39, or 40 or higher again. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I take that on the straight bet. Maybe. Let me see. I'm gonna look at I'll look at Jason anyway. He loves playing against us, but that was from last year. You need 33. They're allowing 38 to the position. Him on a Wednesday, he's 1-0 on the season, but just in general, he averages 38 on a Wednesday. But again, he's 1-0. He had 36 here against Golden State on the 18th. And him at home on a Wednesday, he's averaging 39. So, do you rely on Tatum to get 33 PRA tonight? That's the question at hand. Again, last 5 he went back to back. He didn't get it back to back, but he got it here, so he's potential to, once again, the back to back he goes and gets higher than the 33 or in around a number. So just consider potential. Well, hold on. Let me see. Again, if you believe in trends, because back here, when he went back to back, he got it on by the next game. Like he went back to back under, that he got it on the next game. So he went back to back under, potential to actually get it tonight. So just kind of putting that bug in here if you want to consider looking his way. Sheesh, I don't know that I had a whole bunch on here. I mean, if you want to, again, like I talked about, Collins and McCain and Wiggins, those are like my favorite three that I like so far. But so far we have CJ, McConnell, Pascal, Mitchell, Pritchard, and Brown. We have that on the list. So can we find? So Strus, I had him for 6 boards. Should have just taken him for the PRA because he had 17, but I had him for 6 because he was technically in the spot to get 6, you know. Because he's been grabbing higher than 6 the last 10 games, averaging 7. On the season, averaging 6. So even against Orlando, he was, you know what I mean, sort of kind of doing the job. So do you tonight take him for the 5? Maybe see if he gets 6 tonight, because maybe this was just a one-off thing. Or like he's been doing on a Wednesday, going under. But again, this was last year's numbers. Let me see what he's doing at home. Okay, even at home, the last 5, 4-1, averaging 6. But on the season, he's 1-1. He had 8 here, but then 3 here from last night. They're allowing 7 to the position on the season, but 10 in the last 5 games. So, look, Keldon at 6. LeBron Brandon at 15. I should have looked Tristan. I knew. I glanced at his PRA and stuff like that. I knew I should have taken Tristan last night for his rebounds. Should have been him instead of Strus on that parlay that I had. But I still liked Strus's rebounds. I haven't looked at Larson in a while. PRA is 17. Currently, the books believe he's going to get it outside of DraftKings. 3-2 in the last 5. They're giving up what to the position? 32. What is he doing on a Wednesday? No, he's down more recently. 2 and 5 in the last 7 Wednesdays. Man, Wednesdays are not kind to you, sir. 0-3 on the season. It's not kind to him. But his assist, well, hold on. Okay. Small look for passing, but I don't know if he would. He didn't, he had 2 here. No, excuse me. He had 3 here, so 3 straight. Maybe look at his passing. Okay, he actually likes passing the ball on a Wednesday. He's averaging 2.7 assists on a Wednesday. 2 of those games he had 4. They're allowing 5 to the position. Maybe. Maybe. He had back-to-back Wednesdays at home with 3. Maybe. Let me see in the month of okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's 8-3. Okay, 8-3 in the month on getting 3 assists. Okay, no data on a Wednesday of the month though. That's the only thing. But his away. Okay, 1 and 2. Because back-to-back Wednesdays he didn't get it. He got 3 on the 21st, so maybe he does. Let me look at his pass. Let me see if he gets some assists tonight. I might take that as a straight bet. What is the oops, apologies. Oh, never mind. Can't look at his way. He's out. Didn't even know he was questionable, so let me take that off. So then Larson would be... Oh no, I apologize. That is Larson. I apologize. So Larson's the look for assists and potential PRA. It's just that on Wednesdays he's down. So if he's down with his others like points and rebounds, then I can understand him passing the ball. Hero. Okay. You need 30 PRA from him. They're allowing 42 to the position, but they've been shutting them down more recently. This is what he's doing on a Wednesday. Same here, dude. Yeah, I got Outlier as well. It's really a really good site. Okay. But again, this was last year's numbers, wasn't it? Yeah. So last year on a Wednesday, Tyler had 33 or higher against Cleveland. So the question becomes, does he do what are you doing here? Again, this is him on a Wednesday, averaging 37 PRA. But most of this was last year. He's 1-1 on the season, where he's only averaging 32, but it's still above the mark. It's just that he had 40 here, 41 here. Wednesdays on the road last season, basically. Outside of this game, he was averaging 38, so less than 38, so 36, 35, something like that. But he's 0-1 on the year on a Wednesday on the road. Let me see. But Tristan had 27, Trey had 27, Rollins. It's actually looking good. Bane shut Max down. Well, yeah, they still shut him down. Quinn had 25. Brown. Most of the players on here, most of them got the PRA that you're looking for, which is 30. Porter. So just in the month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, again, if you're looking for the actual 30, only 1, 2 got it, and that was Jaylen Brown and Desmond Bane. Just in the month. So still kind of feel like he can potentially get the 30. Okay. I'm gonna look at one more. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna look at one more because I feel like I need to take a nap because I didn't sleep well last night. And I feel like I need to take a nap. Maybe Cedric and maybe Cam. Maybe Stephon. Fascinating that, well, that's because Dylan he kind of fell off a little bit. He was doing better like a month and a half ago. Okay, let's look at Kent because he's 3-4 against the Spurs, or 3-1. Oh, 40 to the position, almost 40 in the last 5. 3-2. You need 17. 16 on the season. Okay, 4-8, so even. But he's 2-3. No, maybe he still gets it because of what he's been doing more recently. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5. So just above 500. Yeah, because he was way down here. So maybe he bounces back tonight. Maybe. That was his lowest spot. With starters on the season 2 and 1. Usually he's getting much higher. So again, you're looking for 17. Tyler, Norman, Devin, Clifford, Hook. He hooked. You're looking at the 17. They shut Dunn down. Brandon had 15, shut him down. This is just in a month. So it's like a 50-50 chance. So 50-50 chance that he gets the 17. But he potential to get the 17. I don't know if you would get. So you were doing better back here. Since the new year, you're only 2-3. On a Wednesday on the road, though, 16 and 6, almost 17. Let me. Some random bot. Just hit the channel on some cheese. Okay. Not really finding too much because what you call it's still out, right? Or no? Vassell's in. He's playing tonight. Even he's not doing so well more recently. But they're allowing 35. You need 21. Maybe. Still potential to get 21. We'll see. Okay. Didn't really see too much with this game. I'm not trusting Harrison Barnes. So Cedric's potential. And then maybe Cam. They're allowing so much to the position. Three straight. Says he got three straight, but it's just he's been down. But again, down the last 10, but up the last 5. So maybe he does get 21 tonight. Slightly into the under on DraftKings. There's some Green. They shut, well, DeRozan, I don't know if he got injured that game or not. Mathurin 23, Miller 34, Knuckle 29, Cam on the nose, Tatum 31. So a lot of the players, more so on the back end, were doing some things. The front end of this month, more recently, they've been stopping players, but maybe. I like it. That's all I can see. Let me go lay down, because like I said, I feel like my body just needs to. It is my day off. I've been up since like 7 a.m. looking at data, putting picks together, but I've just been needing to just relax and really haven't done that yet. So I like these spots here. Again, Collins, McCain, Wiggins, McCollum, CJ, Siakam, Mitchell, Pritchard, Brown, Larson, and Coward, and maybe Spencer as well. So I'll just cue him up too. Oops. So these are all that I like out of the 12. If I see anything, I'll parlay it or whatever. Single bet a few, whatever. Let's hope for the best. But D Mackey and Lando, thanks for coming through. Obi over on WAP, and the others who are watching over there, thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. It's real as always. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. There are never mind. Slate's too short. It's 3 games. So definitely hopefully be back Friday, 2, 4, 6, 8 games on Friday. So better slate. Tomorrow short, so still should be able to find something, even if it's just a couple of things. Maybe parlay something for the 3 games in total. We'll see. But with that, I'm out. Y'all stay safe, stay humble, and let me once again got another. We used to be able to block cats. Now we just hide them. Like, it's not what I want to do. I want to block the user. It won't let me. Oh well. But I'm out. Y'all stay safe, stay humble. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.